So guys, welcome back to yet another Monster Hunter video, and in today's video is my very first tutorial on how to use one of the 14 weapons within Monster Hunter World. And as you could probably already tell, today's video consists of the Charge Blade. So what is the Charge Blade? Well, it is a sword and shield mix, but it also can morph into a great axe, where you can do attacks, morph back into sword and shield, oh shit, where you can morph your attacks and so forth. The Charge Blade does have some quite interesting elements which I will be covering in my 3-step guide. So step 1 is going to start off with the basics, step 2 is the intermediate, and step 3 is the expert to advanced. So if you are interested in just leaving the basics to the basics and you want to go straight to the advanced, I'll leave a timestamp down in the description below so that you guys can shoot right on over to the portion of the video that you guys want to watch. So, start off with the basic combos. Press Y 3 times, you'll do the Y combo. So, look something like this. Your damage will vary depending on the Charge Blade you're actually using and the armor that you're using as well. I'm using the Nergigante armor at the moment because I wanted the attack boost, but you can hit Y 3 times and you'll do the basic combo. So when you're using the Charge Blade, I would suggest not locking onto your target. It makes life a lot easier. So if you want to go for a tail, you can go for the tail. If you are going to go for the head, lock onto the head and you can move around. Also, you can block your attacks. It isn't a very good shield. It does mitigate some of the damage, and through my experience, protecting yourself from an attack actually gains some charge. So we'll try this now. So you do gain a small amount of charge from blocking an attack. You also lose sharpness, which is a given with some weapons, but some of the other basic combos: Y, hold down B, back into Y, finishes off that combo. Another basic combo: Y, Y. You can do a dashing attack just by pressing B, sliding slash. So the slash, as far as I know, is dependent on the way that you're facing or the way that your left analog stick is pushing. So again, trying that out now. Slide forward, dash forward. Quite simple, really easy to master, and you'll know fighting a set monster, this can be a really good move to get out of the way of something but keep that DPS up at all times, which again is quite important. But as for the basic combos, that's realistically the most basic moves you can pull off. So again, I'll quickly go over it again. So it's triple Y, just charge this up, triple Y, and then double Y followed by B. Or you can simply do Y, Y, hold down B, charge up the sword attack, and you'll do 2 slashes just by holding down B. Now, it is important that if you are going to do the charge attack that you release it at a certain moment, or you'll not do enough you'll do crap damage basically. So again, if you just hold it in all the way, you'll only do the 1 slash, but if you let go of it just as it hits the, if you look on the sword, it'll hit a certain aura around it. There we go, that's it. And then you can follow in with your charged slashes. But anyway, that's it for step 1. I'll see you guys for step 2. As I said before, I will be popping down the timestamps in the description below, so if you are wanting to go on to the more later stages, such as intermediate or expert and advanced, you can simply do that. But anyway, okay, starting off with step 2 now. So we've gone over the basic combos. I'm not going to go over them again, went over them in ample time and fashion there before. So going over to some more combos now. So again, Y, Y, Y and B will do a sword and shield thrust. Again, do that up for you now, sword and shield thrust. Now if you are looking to build your files, which I'll be going over quite shortly, this is one of the best ways to do so quickly, because you're getting in the energy, you're sapping out the charge, and then you can go into your charge files. So to quickly go over what the files are what allow you guys to do your elemental attacks, which look something like this. Morph into the axe there quickly, and if you press B 3 times you go into the amped element discharge. So just to quickly go over that again. Amped element discharge. So amped element discharge has got 3 stages, 1, 2 and 3. So all you need to do to get into the amped element discharge stage is press B, press B, press B and press B again, and then you're into your amped element discharge. So if you've got your files charged up, each press of the B really takes away a file, so it'll look something like this. Just charge myself up really quickly. Charge, there we go, max files. So to do that again, charge, press B, press B, press B again. Oh, missed that one there. Oh well. Press B, and then you go into your amped element discharge. So each swing will take away a file. So, you know, there are other ways to get your files. You can just press Y 3 times, which looks like that. That last hit is a heavy damaging hit. Now, going on to the charge state for this weapon. So, to get your charges, what you want to do is keep your attacks up, like so. Get your files up, then charge your files. So you've got max file charge at the moment. So a lot of people will probably just go into the amped element discharge, not knowing where to go next. However, I would suggest doing something else. So the next combo we're going to talk about now is the charge shield combo. So press Y, Y and B. So that's the combo we've already gone over. However, if you do Y, YB, then follow it up with a RT, you will actually charge your shield. So as you can see in the top left corner, there's no files, but the shield has been charged. And as you can see on your character, the shield has also been charged there. So all this means is that when you block, press Y, you go into your Great Axe mode, which is just normal. Your axe attacks will do more damage, as will the morph attacks if you press V instead to get your amped element discharge off. So the best combos to do with this is Y, B, followed by B, and you'll do something like that. Now, to quickly go over the move that you've just seen, that is called the super amped element discharge. So if you are wanting to know what that is, head over to the expert and advanced section and I will be covering it there. But anyway, without further ado, let's continue on with the charging. So as you can see, this shield is still charged, alright? And as I've already covered, it just means that the axe attacks that you do actually do more damage. So get my files up again, charge that. I've now got max files. Where can I go from here? So if I press B, well, if I press the block button, which is guard, which is RT, then I press B, but then I hold down Y instead, I'm charging the blade. So now I've got max files, a max charged shield, and I now actually have a charged blade. So if we go into the normal combos that we've already gone over in the basics, Y, as you can see, it follows up with the element discharge that happens with this Rathalos blade. So in this case it's fire, so I'm inflicting fire damage, and as far as I know, I do think that the extra damage that happens with a charged blade is actually going to mitigate the monster armor. I'm not too sure. I do think from my personal experience using this weapon that it does actually do the mitigate armor, but if you do land the charged attack, you do actually deal quite a bit of damage, as I'll show you guys here now. So charge the sword up and you land the attack. Now the most important thing is, if you are wanting to charge the sword, that you must charge the shield first. Okay, so in order to do that, max files, Y into that. as to what you can see on the screen. So you want to press Y, you can press Y once, you can press it twice, it doesn't really matter. So you press Y, YB, YB, and then you press RT. So then it cancels the it cancels the morph, but it puts it into the shield instead of just charging up your files. So charge everything up there now. And as I've said before, if you are wanting to charge your sword blade up, you must have a charged shield. Now, to end it there, we'll be going over onto the advanced section now, where I'll be going over the super element amped element discharge, mouthful, and the best way to get that off, as well as stringing in all the combos together on screen so that you can see where to go from there, and also the best possible combos. Anyway, see you guys. So moving on to part 3 now, where we have the more technical elements for the charge blade. So we've gone over the basic combos, we've gone over the ways to charge your files, gone over the ways to charge your shield and your blade. Now it just means that we have to use the super amped element discharge, what a mouthful, with this weapon. Now the super amped element discharge with this weapon is the most damaging combination of attacks that this weapon has to offer. So if I just stop being special, go away, thank you. So to get into it, you must have a charged shield and max files. So looks something like this. And as you can see, it sets off a shockwave if you've got max files and you've got your shield charged. So imagine that this post is a sleeping monster. Just get my files back. Ooh. Charge that up, there we go. Get some more files. There we go. So you don't require a charged sword for this. However, I would suggest that when you are doing the super amped element discharge, that it's on a sleeping monster or when the monster's knocked down, because you are actually opening yourself up quite a bit. And with the shockwave, it is a lot better if you do it at a distance. So for instance, doing it at this distance is much better than doing it close range, because you're getting the most out of that shockwave there, and it can possibly either KO the monster or you're going to do a lot of damage when it's sleeping, because as we know, the damage on a sleeping monster is doubled, I do believe. But to string together all the combos now, best way to do it, Y, into the element round slash, follow that up with a Y, charge blade into that, another one, another element round slash, so you can just string that all together like so. And if you need to reposition, you just press B at any time to reposition yourself on the monster, and you can get onto doing your damage. So all these can be strung in together into a infinite combo until, as you can see on screen, you've got max charge on the blade. So if you continue to attack like this, you'll just continue to deflect off the monster and you won't do as much damage. But, you know, press B, charge up your files, and then you can simply charge your shield, and you can then go into charging your blade like so. And then you can continue to dish out the damage where necessary, and then at that point it's just stringing everything together, understanding the weapon combos, and then understanding the monster that you're fighting, as well as the moveset the monster has. So that's realistically all the charge blade has to offer. I've gone over the files, its charging, its morphs, and the super amped element discharge. Also, before I do finish, the element discharge can actually be cancelled into a normal one by simply pressing Y or triangle on the PS4. So into the amped element discharge, press Y. Oh shit, messed that one up. Let's try that again. Oh Jesus Christ, it's all going to hell now. So let's try that again. So Amped Element Discharge, press Y, hold back on your analog stick, then press Y. It cancels the Super Amped Element Discharge into a normal 3-stage element discharge so that it comes out a lot quicker and it's a lot easier to hit off if you need to do so. But anyway, that is the Charge Blade tutorial, guys. That is simply all you need to do. So I'd suggest heading off into the training area, smacking out a Charge Blade of any choice, it doesn't matter, and just giving it a go and just making sure you can string the combos together and that you run fluidly with the weapon. It is one of my favourite weapons and I am a Charge Blade main. So in a lot of the videos that I post, you will see me using Charge Blades. I also use a longsword, dual blades and the insect glaive, so I'll be sure to release some weapon workshops for those. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, simply smack a like onto the video, hit the subscribe button and pop it down in the comment section down below what you guys want to start seeing for Feature Friday, because I have covered in my Monster Hunter Monday video what I'll be doing on the channel now. Unfortunately, due to some issues with the game, I can't load up For Honor at the moment, so Feature Friday is going to consist of my very first mix set for Monster Hunter and why I've strung that one together. It is called my health boosting set because it does boost my health quite a bit and it does give you some decent defensive buffs. But anyway, I'm blabbering on. So as I've said, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, leave a comment down in the comment section down below of what you guys want to start seeing on Feature Friday for either Monster Hunter World, PUBG, Rainbow Six or For Honor. But as always, it's been Red Dawn and I will see you guys in the next video.